Ah yes, the so-called Saharan dust. Every summer, mainstream scientists and media alike rush to blame those strange, hazy skies and unusual environmental effects on a harmless plume of sand from the Sahara Desert. But is it really sand? Or are they feeding us another cleverly disguised half-truth to keep us from looking deeper? Let me let you in on the secret they don't want you to know, because Saharan dust does not cross the Atlantic all year round. It's not dust. It's something far more sinister. The terraforming theory. What if the haze isn't sand, but a highly advanced aerosolized material deliberately sprayed into the atmosphere as part of a global terraforming project? You see, scientists working in black budget programs have been experimenting with aerosolized nanotechnology, microscopic particles designed to manipulate weather, control atmospheric conditions, and even alter human biology. These particles mimic the look of Saharan dust but contain metallic nanoparticles like aluminum and barium, which are highly reflective. Why? To carry out secret climate experiments under the guise of geoengineering. They've dubbed it the Solar Management Initiative in classified circles. The goal is to reflect sunlight back into space, supposedly to cool the planet and counteract global warming. But what if this is only the surface story? What if it's designed for something else entirely? The haze changes air density, temperature, and light refraction, creating ideal conditions for off-world species who cannot survive in Earth's natural climate. Why the Sahara? They blame the Sahara Desert because it's a convenient scapegoat, vast, remote, and full of mysteries no one questions. But the math doesn't add up. How could a sandstorm from Africa, thousands of miles away, consistently blanket regions as far as the Americas? Think about the timing. The dust appears seasonally, almost like clockwork. It's not random, it's calculated. The spraying starts months earlier, carried by specific jet streams that are suspiciously well coordinated. It's no coincidence that NASA frequently announces these plumes. They're part of the cover-up, providing a scientific explanation to keep the masses complacent. The health effects, they deny. Here's another clue. People living in areas affected by Saharan dust report respiratory issues, strange allergic reactions, and even neurological symptoms during these events. Does that sound like natural desert sand to you? No. These are telltale signs of exposure to aerosolized toxins or nanotechnology. Governments dismiss it as minor irritants caused by sand. But private whistleblowers have revealed that these particles interact with our nervous systems and immune responses. Why? To test population control mechanisms, such as passive sedation or enhanced susceptibility to psychological manipulation. Hidden satellite observations. If you dig into satellite imagery, you'll notice something bizarre. The so-called dust clouds often have symmetrical, unnatural patterns, grid-like formations that don't occur in natural weather systems. Independent researchers have discovered this is consistent with aerosol dispersal from high-altitude drones or even secret orbital platforms. And where do these platforms operate? Directly over regions that report Saharan dust. Coincidence? Hardly. The real agenda, what's the end game? Some believe the ultimate goal is global atmospheric control, an invisible leash on weather, food supplies, and even human behavior. Others whisper about an elite conspiracy to prepare for an apocalyptic event, using the modified atmosphere as a protective barrier or weapon. But remember, they don't want you to ask questions. They'll tell you it's just harmless sand and hope you go back to scrolling on your phone. So the next time the skies turn that eerie grayish yellow and the air feels heavy, don't just accept the Saharan dust story. Look up, breathe deep if you dare, and ask yourself, what are they really hiding?